Hey man, welcome back to another vlog. Car. It's early. Today's gonna be a good one because by the title of the video, you already know we bought a new car. It's early, it's cold. The new car is gonna require some oil, some gloves, and we're gonna go pick it up. The super exciting thing about this car is that I've never personally owned this chassis. We may or may not be completely moving from a BMW.
How dare you!
This was kind of a really impulse buy for me just because it was such at a good deal. I couldn't pass up on it, you know. Kind of got peer pressured by friends to be like, buy the car, you need it. And then considering that my last track day, if you guys remember, I broke the Heims, it's fixed again, like it's fine. But I feel like I'm very limited on my chassis, just on the rear suspension, you know. Let's go pick up the trailer, let's go get the car, and then we'll do a whole walk around on it. Let's go. Now, the past 3 videos that I've done, they've all kind of been really far in the past. I've been lagging on editing. It's just an FYI to those who have been to the events or know about the stuff that's been going on and you're wondering why those videos are really being uploaded. I just lagged. Last track days video, that was back in July. I put it in the description or in the title. But today's video would be, you know, up to date. For you guys, I probably bought this car now like 2-3 days ago, but it's a weekend for me, so I'm excited, man. I've never, I don't want to reveal it, you know. I want to be the typical YouTuber where it's like, find out, because I'm just so used to just posting about it on Instagram and or I don't know, just wait for it, okay? Just watch the video. So the S14 is now at my house, right? And I was kind of looking it over. I found the original, one of the original owners, because apparently it's jumped between a lot. And so 1995 S14, and it's got a Z32 5-speed. It's got a Z32 auto diff, 350 axles, you know, a lot of good stuff. It's already got extended arms. It's got all that good stuff. Got a lot of information. Need to switch some stuff out. I was expecting that, you know. It's still a project at the moment. Cousin right now. We found the steering rack bolt. So this bracket right here, it was completely loose and like offset on the other side. So he's trying to like kind of figure that out. But all in all, for what I paid for the car, for what the car is, for what it's worth, this thing is sick. If you guys couldn't tell, let me show you what's under the hood. So information, it is an LQ9, so flat top pistons, king bearings, so built bottom end. Would that be built bottom end? It's just bearings, right? Texas speed heads, LS3 internals, so they're 823 heads. It's got what else did he say? It's got OEM hardware. I don't like that. I'm probably
piston and rings because you have to break it in.
Yeah, piston rings, all this other stuff. Clearance is tight. Oh yeah, it's got a Texas Speed Stage 4 cam. It's like the biggest cam you can get before you start, you know, messing with the rings on the pistons, which is sick. A lot of little goodies here and there. Oh yeah, for the valve clearance. 350Z pump, which I've never heard of that. A little weird, but 350Z pump. Z32 calipers, front and rear. And then what kind of coilovers are these? Oh yeah, Super Street, D-Max Super Street coilovers. Probably gonna swap those out once they start feeling funky. Yeah, I already talked about that. Modify lowers, Mishimoto radiator. Fan needs to be swapped out. MAF is still kind of boofy. I don't know what's going on over here, but we need to swap that out. All in all, man, this thing is sick. I'm gonna make this thing reliable like I did to my E30 and switch a lot of things around, because at the moment I don't like a lot of what I'm seeing. but that's just a given when you come to other people's builds. The interior is super clean. Tack isn't working. I got information that the tachometer is like blown out, so I'm gonna need a new tack. But 350Z seat, which is random, but I need to swap that out because I don't fit. Let's not talk about the shift knob. Just got a drift button, got to get rid of that. Nardy wheel, which is cool, random button for that. But this thing's really nice, man. Like really nice. I like it a lot. I'm really happy with my purchase. Even the trunk, the normal like rust areas are just not there. Everything's really clean. Apparently has a drop-in like fuel pump, upgraded fuel pump, which I would hope so because it was tuned. So I have the name of the tuner and all this and that. I need to listen to all the voice messages again, but this thing is clean, man. With any project car that you buy, I've already explained, there's always some things that you're not gonna like about it. You obviously want to get it to a point where it can at least do basic things like turning on, right? And this car definitely doesn't have it. I kind of went through the whole thing. I found some loose suspension components, tightened that down. The shifter makes like a really odd noise. Gotta change that. One big thing that I found out was batteries. It's not just a voltage thing. There's something called cold cranking amps, which is right here, CCA. And this battery is rated for 600 cold cranking amps. The one it had before was rated for 525. And apparently LS's need a cold cranking amps of 700. So I'm gonna try my 600 just because that exact same battery, it's in the E30 and I haven't had any issues with this guy. And so I'm gonna try that. I charged it, it turned it on, still struggled a bit. So I'm gonna have to end up replacing the starter. So that's one thing like top priority on the list. And next thing I wanna do is I wanna just take off the valve cover just to see if there's any like upgrades to like the springs and stuff with all this like cam and all this nonsense. I was told one thing, I obviously just wanna check it. And then once we check that, get peace of mind, I'll kind of talk to you guys about like what's my goal with this car. I'm not too much of a GM guy, but I need to find out if that's a Truman kit upgrade. I'll put on the screen if it is. And then oiling is good. The push rods look, you can't tell, but they don't look OEM, but that's cool. It looks clean. But anyways, I hope I have enough clips for you guys on the S14. I don't know how to make a video out of picking up a car and then like bringing it over here. That's why I included kind of like some maintenance and bolt stuff. But plans for this car, I love the E30 to death, honestly. I've tried a lot of iterations with the rear suspension, and if I would have just, and my garage is a mess, but if I would have just gone with Garagistics rated tabs for both camber and tow, the car would have been fine. The car would have like lived up to expectations. Rear suspension would have been a-okay, but kind of overcomplicated it with the rear hinds. They do work. I like how you can adjust on the fly. That's really amazing. But I would step up to an inch instead of running 5/8 if I could do it again, and then the setup would be great. It's just a little too skinny and it's like braking under like heavy driving. And because of all the headaches I've had with the suspension and like this random deal that like popped up, I'm just gonna end up moving to the S14 as like my dedicated drift car, and then chassis swap everything on this car and then sell it so someone has a straight chassis and not something that's like super beat up, you know? And that's kind of like my future plans with the car. But hope you guys are gonna enjoy the future Nissan content. But anyways, thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for watching. I see you guys, you know, every time you guys like watch my videos, tag me on Instagram. I love that. It's great. Make sure you make sure you guys drop a like, comment, let me know what's up, subscribe. Truck passing by super fast. Thanks for watching. Peace.